Vinny, I mean, this is happening just down the street for me. And, I agree with Kirk, but I was actually worried that Lewin would be much more aggressive, would try to bully Bob Durst. And I think he's really scaled it back and put on a clinic of cross-examination yesterday and today. And don't get me wrong, Bob Durst is a professional criminal defendant. He's beaten one murder trial. And really, of the three cases, Susan Berman's arguably the weakest. So I had serious concerns after he testified for almost a week, but I thought Lewin has done an outstanding job, particularly yesterday, where he got Durst to admit over and over again that not only is he a liar, but had he killed Susan Berman, he would continue to lie about it to this very jury. So I think it's a very effective cross-examination, and the state has gained considerable ground over the past 2 days.
Leah tragically died years ago, so she will not be testifying. She's Jane Doe number one in all of this. How do you prove all of this?
It's easy to prove, Vinny, and respectfully, Eklund, you don't need to charge the other members of a RICO conspiracy or a substantive RICO charge. You can have a criminal enterprise without it. And at least two of his goons have pled guilty. So I hope that they do testify. Obviously, Leah died tragically in 2001 in a plane crash. And these are the same prosecutors, not the same team, but the same office that prosecuted the Nexium case. And they charged a racketeering conspiracy in that case, and that involved a sex cult. So they know exactly what they're doing. They're following the same blueprint, and I'm proud of this all-female prosecution team. We know that sexual assault is the most under-prosecuted, under-reported crime in this country, and just like Bob Durst is going to get justice because of a documentary, I don't know what they're doing, and I agree with Eklund and Kirk. It's unanimous here. I mean, she's a co-conspirator at worst. At best, she lied to law enforcement and provided a phony alibi for her boyfriend. So she tried to obstruct justice, and she's an accessory after the fact. So I have no idea what they're waiting on, but she should absolutely be charged, and she needs a lawyer because she deserves to be a criminal defendant in this case.
On one hand, and that's something else that's changed, right? Well, most of us walk, we've got the cell phone. We're either looking at something or ready for something. Back before there were cell phones, I used to walk when I was by myself with my keys in my hand. Unfortunately, I think the cell phones perhaps making people a little more vulnerable.
They've asked, if there were no men for one day, what's the number one thing that you would do? And the answer is to take a walk. And it's really sad that in this country, young women can't take a walk without something like this from happening. Unfortunately, I don't know if weapons or pepper spray are the answer. There are studies on both sides that show women are more likely to have the pepper spray used against them. So, I would have fought back. I would hope my wife or my daughter or my sister would fight back. But unfortunately, then she's physically assaulted after sexually assaulted. So I really don't know what the answer is because, frankly, there really is none in this case. And it's just really sad.